Good morning, dear students. I'm once again delighted to be back with you on this online program for the science class. I'm very sure you're also eagerly waiting to learn. Today, we are going to learn on the topic living and non-living things. I'm very sure you've been learning this topic right from standard 1, standard 2 and now a little more elaborate in standard 3. Okay, I have a motivational activity for you before we go into the lesson in detail. Let us focus on this activity. Circle the names of living things and underline the names of non-living things. Circle the names of living things and underline the names of non-living things. Sachin hit the ball for a 6. Sachin hit the ball for a 6. Now Sachin is the name of the cricketer. He is a living thing. So we have circled, and ball is a non-living thing, so we have underlined. Now move on to the second one. We stopped the car to look at the lovely trees. We stopped the car to look at the lovely trees. Now car is the name of a non-living thing, so we have underlined, and tree is a living thing, so we have circled. Okay. Now, living things have characteristics, certain characteristics or certain qualities which make them as living things. First and foremost, living things breathe. All living things breathe. Living things need food. Living things grow. Living things move. Living things feed. Living things reproduce. Once again, living things breathe. Repeat after me. Living things need food. Yes. Living things grow. Living things move. Living things feed. Living things reproduce. Okay. So we will move to the first characteristic and just focus on it. The first one is living things breathe. What do all of us breathe? We all breathe in oxygen and give off carbon dioxide. We all breathe in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Breathing is a continuous process. It's non-stop. Once the breathing stops, the chapter is closed. Person or animal, anything is dead. So breathing is a continuous process. Human beings, we have a respiratory organ. The respiratory organ consists of the nose, which is linked to the windpipe, then the lungs. Here, have a picture here. The nose, the windpipe and the lungs, and there are numerous air holes in the lungs, air sacs in the lungs, which helps in breathing. I want all of you to keep your hands on your chest. All of you are keeping. If you keep hands on your chest, you can feel the up and down movement. When you breathe in, you have the upward movement. When you breathe out, you have the downward movement. So this is a continuous process. Certain animals like lion, tiger, dog, cat, frog, they also have lungs. But the sea animals, example the fish breathes through gills. The fish breathes through gills. The fish can only breathe the oxygen dissolved in water. If the fish is taken out of the water, it dies. So it is adapted to breathe the dissolved oxygen in the water, and the respiratory organ of the fish is the gills. Now, there are certain animals which have holes in the body. Through that holes, the animals breathe. If you take the plants also breathe. The leaves of the plant have stomatal pores. There are tiny pores in the leaf of a plant. These are called the stomatal pores. The plants breathe through the stomatal pores. So, all the living things breathe. Okay. Now, this scissor, it's a scissor. Is it a living thing or non-living thing? It is a non-living. Can it breathe? No, it cannot breathe. Now, what is it? Is it a sellotape? It's a non-living thing. It cannot breathe. So, you take any non-living things, it will not breathe. It does not have that characteristic. Now, we'll move on to the second characteristic of the living thing. Living things need food. Living things need food. All living things need food to live, to get energy. Now, first we'll consider human beings because we are the superior most creation of God. Okay, we should all eat good food. Simple food but good food. Especially at this period, you have to eat food which will boost up your immunity. Whatever food your parents, your mama cooks and gives, she cooks out of love and she cooks the best food for you. It may be simple food, but it will be a food which gives energy. I hope nobody is giving problem to drink milk, eat egg and eat vegetables, fruits, which will help you to boost up your immunity. And all the animals also eat food. Some animals, they eat only the plants, herbivorous animals, which we'll be learning in the next chapter. Animals which eat only the plants. Some animals eat the other animals, they are the carnivorous animals. But all living things need food. Plants also need food. Plants prepare their own food in the presence of air, water and sunlight. The plants prepare their own food in the presence of air, water and sunlight with the help of a green pigment present in the leaf called chlorophyll. So, all living things need food. What is the first characteristic we saw? Living things breathe. The second one, the living things need food. Now, third one, living things grow. Living things grow. Yes, all living things grow. Few years back, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years back, you were a small baby. Are you still baby now? No. You have grown. You have come to standard second and now you have come to standard third. So, if you take every living thing, living things grow. Okay, now focus on this picture. You see a baby here and after some time the baby is grown into a young lady. You see a chick here. After few years it has grown into a hen. You see a small plant. After many years it has grown into a tree. So this is the feature of all the living things. Living things grow. But whereas if you take a non-living things, if you take the chair in your house, does it grow? If you take a ball, does it grow? It's a non-living thing. It cannot grow. Now we'll focus on the next point. Living things move. Living things move. Okay? All living things, they move. You see dog, cat, lion, tiger, they walk, they run. Even plants. Plants also, they grow towards the sunlight. We also move, we walk, run. So that is the characteristic feature of all living things. But you take the non-living things in your house, the bed, the chair, the dining table. Does it move unless and until we push it? So it is a non-living thing. It does not move. Then we will see living things feel. Living things feel. All living things have feeling. When someone appreciates us, We feel happy when someone scolds us. We feel sad and we get angry. Sometimes when you are sad, you cry. The same way, dogs, when you pat them, when you give biscuits for them, they wag their tail and they express their love. When cats are angry, they make a noise. Isn't it? So all the living things have feeling. Even there's a plant called touch me not. If you touch that plant, it closes. So it also expresses its feeling. So all living things have feelings. But non-living things, they don't have feelings. If you go and touch the pillow in your house, does it show any feeling? Or go and touch the fridge in your house, does it show any feeling? Of course, it is a non-living thing. It has no feelings at all. Finally, we see living things reproduce. Living things reproduce. That means all living things, they give birth. Some give birth to young ones. Some living things lay eggs. See, human beings, they give birth. The animals, lion, tiger, dog, cat, they give birth to the young ones. But birds, they lay eggs. Snakes, they lay eggs. But the young ones hatch out of the eggs. And a seed, a small seed, will become a big plant. So, all the living things reproduce. If you see here, now this chick is hatched out from the egg. Puppies have come. This dog, which has given birth to, the female dog has given birth to puppies. And here, the seed is sown and slowly it has germinated and grown into a plant. Here, a baby is born. So all living things reproduce. So these are the characteristics of all the living things. Now finally, I'll point out a certain picture. You tell me whether it is a living thing or non-living thing. Okay. Fish, living thing. Computer, non-living thing. Human being, living thing. Books, non-living things. Plants, living things. Buildings, non-living things. Okay. I'll show you some pictures. Just tell me whether it's a living thing or not. Tiger, living thing. Okay. This is dumb box, non-living thing. Okay. So, I hope you have understood. Now for homework, I want you to write the name of 5 living things and the name of 5 non-living things. I hope you understood and enjoyed the class. God be with you till we meet again in the next class. Bye-bye, children.